Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Another episode here on Alma, Missouri. It is October 1, and we were just down here at the bank securing our loan for our new tractor. So everything went smoothly. We got up early this morning, had breakfast with some of the other local farmers and guys that we know. So was seeking out a little bit of help here this morning as well. So I think we got, like I talked about, I know a few of the retired guys, and I think one of the guys is, well, he's not retired yet. He's he works for the co-op, or the elevator there. He did custom application for a long time, and he kind of worked his way up into the sales department. But he is retiring this year, and he is looking to maybe just do some farming on the side. So, but well, we got a perfect opportunity if you want to come and help us out. Be nice to have a third hand here for Bobby and I. Definitely need somebody that's willing to haul grain up to the elevator. He knows the elevator like the back of his hand too, so that would be really nice. So, I think that's going to be kind of the plan. His name is Bill. So, we're going to have Bill and Bobby helping us out here this fall. Part-timers. Although it's going to seem like Bobby's going to be here about full-time. He's been part-time throughout the year, so hopefully next year with the operation growing, we can bring Bobby on full-time and he can be doing all sorts of stuff for us, running tillage and all kind of things. So the yard is starting to get a little bit overgrown. It's been a while since we mowed. Might need to find some time today to mow. Won't bore you guys with that on camera, but just thinking out loud. So we have to haul some grain this morning. Well, I guess, yeah, grain, yeah, because it's wheat. So we are going to get the 8110 hooked up. Fire her up. Back her out, no. We're going to hook up the new J&M, and then we'll go grab one of the smaller Parkers to hook on to it as well. We can haul a little bit more. Got to get the case hooked up to the auger as well. Oh, that's a good looking match right there, I'll tell you what. Look how good that looks. It's pretty slick. We'll whip around here so we can kind of get in a straight angle on one of these, or this front wagon. And we have a lot of manure that we need to move still. That manure spreader is also absolutely filthy. Let's see if we can do this. Take two. Gotta turn. Gotta turn for me. Alright, that could be close enough. Move the tongue in. Not quite close enough yet. Smidge more. There we go. Perfect. Gotta get this last one hooked up because we're not legal to haul three wagons at the same time, so we'll get everything set up here, and then we'll start hauling up to the elevator, make ourselves some money. Alrighty, first load is headed out. Wheat. Last I checked, our expected income from this was about 79,000, but that was at the end of last month. I don't know, I have not checked actually yet what that price is gonna be. I might just let it be a surprise, to be honest with you. Kind of more fun that way. Pretty nice that we don't have all too far of a haul up here to the elevator. We're pretty lucky. Hauling from the field up here, straight off, quite a distance, but he's pulling though. I mean, I don't know. It takes this tractor a bit to get up to speed with the bigger wagon here. I'm interested to see how much we weigh now. $31,000. I don't remember what our weight was before. I think we were only... I feel like we were at 29? Definitely a little bit more, but... feels like it's a whole lot more with the bigger wagon. Almost double the size. I mean, we got 680 bushel in this front one compared to 320 or something like that. I mean, it's a 655, but we overload it to where it's about 680, so 20,954. I swear I'm dyslexic when it comes to reading numbers. They all just are a big old jumble whenever I'm reading numbers, it feels like. That's why I always just round up. You're at 94,800. It's 95,000, right? So back up to the farm while we get these wagons loaded. Probably start messing around with getting some of the equipment out, combines, heads, all that kind of stuff. Still planning on... Bobby's going to be coming. He's taking a half day up here at the dealership. So he's going to be coming with... or around noon. We can start running beans. So that's kind of the plan for the morning. Not sure how much more I'm going to show of us just hauling wheat up here. Gotta take that wide, ran over the curb a little bit there. Hey, listen, we're all entitled to the road there, red car. No need to honk. So, yeah. Well, we gotta go pick up our tractor too at some point here today. Get that hooked up to the drill so we can start planting our winter crops. Tractor secure. So actually Bill ended up calling us up pretty much right after we loaded up that second load, and he said he ain't doing nothing today, so he asked if he wanted him to do anything today, and so he took the liberty of hauling the rest of the wheat up so we could go take a look at this tractor. And we have purchased it. It is, like I said, the Case MX200. It is a nice tractor. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to giving this a go. It's a power shift transmission. So, what I like, I do enjoy the power shift transmissions. It's got Firestones on here. It's got a quick hitch. It's got 4 hydraulic setups. Yeah, it's a good tractor. Like I said, it's a pretty much brand new rebuilt engine. pretty much everything in the front here under the hood is pretty much brand new. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's why we had to pay a pretty penny for this guy. So it's gonna be a really nice fit in here. We did purchase ourselves a tablet here. We put some field view on it. So that is in here already. And probably come planting season, we're gonna get some Kinsey monitors in there and stuff for running the old planter with and stuff. So yeah, this is the new tractor. So we got to get kind of on track now and go and, you know, we need to get this hooked up to the drill, but then we got to start getting machines moved to the field. We have this field of beans and this field of beans that need to be harvested today. So I'm thinking that we're probably going to be starting here on the new field, just because we haven't really seen it much. I think we're going to give that a go here first today. I know starting off with the farthest away field isn't really always ideal, just in case things kind of go haywire, but I think that we're going to end up being okay. Alrighty, so we are getting going. Bobby's in the deer. I got Bill with me. We're gonna head back. I'm gonna grab my combine, and he's gonna grab my head with the pickup, and we'll get me going as well. And then Bill will continue moving wagons for us. So we'll be dumping them up at the farm into the bins and all that stuff. So we will be busy here today. Hopefully, oh, we did decide to go to that field, the bigger field, because the beans in the other field just didn't feel like they were ready yet. A little bit more familiar with this field here since we harvested it last year. That other one, we know that we have some rock issues in there, so we don't really want to be starting out in there and having even more issues with rocks and stuff. So that field's gonna take a little bit more focus and precision, that new one. So we're starting in the big field. So we'll get everything hooked up here. We'll head down to the field and we'll start getting 2 combines going. Alrighty, down to the field here now. You're about to get rolling. Gotta hook the head up quick. That going. The head going. Drop her down now. We'll get running ourselves. Oh, we don't want to be dropping soybean straw. No thank you. Be nice to be able to sell it, but I just don't think we have enough time to do it. So yeah, we're not going to be baling our soybeans. $120 bushel an acre beans. That is a record, I would guess. That's a very, very high yield for beans. Holy cripes. You gotta be kidding me. Yield monitor is saying we're in the green. I think it drops down a bit here though in this little part of the field. Must be a different soil type. Drop down to 90 bushel beans now. 120 bushels, so holy moly. Those are some good stinking beans here, folks. We'll be making a lot of money on these come next July. So Bill just went and picked up Bobby there at the east end of the, well, west end, I guess. Yeah, west end of the field. Bobby thought he could make it around the whole headland, but once he got over there to that west side, must be the beans were yielding a little bit better or something. He didn't feel comfortable going more, so we had Bill actually loop all the way around to the other field that we just cultivated the other day. He ran the headland of that field with the wagons and jumped over the grass part right there that separates the two fields and swung around and unloaded him over there. So we're just gonna have him stay there. If that's where the deer got unloaded, then, or needed to be unloaded, then that's probably where we're gonna be unloading as well. I think we have a little bit more capacity in this combine, but just to be safe, we'll have them just sit right there. Big Bobby's taking off headlands there. No? Alrighty, so we're coming up on him now. I go past him just a tad bit. Not much taller, and we wouldn't be able to even dump on here on this wagon. Seems like it was pretty close with the deer as well. Very, very similar size machines, so it makes sense. I'm curious if we're gonna have to, if I'm gonna need to run up back to the farm and grab another wagon or not. Just pull it with the pickup. Because hopefully we can just start dumping on the end. We start doing the straight rows. We're gonna be doing 2 headlands each. We have a nice big headland, but yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go. It might take too long for the wagons to empty up at the farm into the bins, but we'll see. Not exactly sure how that's gonna go. But we're learning, it's all growing pains, so new equipment, new plans for fields with 2 combines and stuff. I'm happy that we got 2 combines right now, because this field would take a while. I mean, it took a while last year doing corn in this field, so yeah, I'm excited to have 2 combines kind of get through harvest a little bit quicker this year. At least on beans. We'll probably just be running the corn head, the deer corn head, on this machine, because it does work for corn, so probably what we're going to be doing instead of purchasing a separate corn head. So he is off now with the first load, full load, nearly full load, I guess. He wasn't exactly 100% full, but he was pretty dang close, so he's off. Bobby's starting on his up-down passes. We'll probably catch up to him eventually, because he's going to have to stop here soon, because he's going to be full. And we likely won't have a wagon up here for him to dump on, so he's just going to be sitting for a bit while we wait on that. I'm still finishing up headlands. Looks like he drove through some of the crop. No waiting for me. Said we gotta go. These kids nowadays just so impatient, I'll tell you what. But it has been kind of nice because I can come through behind him and kind of clean up his spots where he missed on the headlands and stuff. That's been kind of nice. Yeah, he's just leaving 2 rows for us, because that's kind of how we have it worked out, where the two machines. That's how you kind of do it with course play. That is how I am running both of these combines. I'm using course play, the best mod in Farm Sim, in my opinion. Auto drive and course play. I couldn't play this game without. I don't know how I did it. But both combines are running good. Can't complain. For being old machines, they're doing a pretty dang good job, I'd say. Well, running side by side now. Yeah, he's looking like he's gonna start getting full here. So, probably should have had him wait there at the end, just so we can get synced up a bit, but we'll let him keep running till he is full. We'll keep at her though, and we'll catch you guys here shortly. We did get caught up here. We're just waiting for him to unload. We'll probably have to unload ourselves here at the end, so we'll have him swing around, park up at the end. Takes a while to unload that deer. Takes a while to unload this combine too. It's just how they are. Definitely not nearly as fast unloading as some of the combines, newer combines these days. So yeah, I just thought I'd hop in, give you a little update. We weren't actually sitting here too long before the wagon got back, so I think we'll be okay running one. It was actually pretty good, and he even was having some issues with the auger getting going to actually put the beans into the bin. So I think if it goes smoothly, he should be back in time by the time that we actually need it dumped. So not thinking it's going to be a-okay just running this one. If we didn't have that bigger wagon though, that would be an issue. We'd definitely have to do something, because those two Parkers alone just aren't big enough. So it is kind of starting to get into that evening time here. So probably won't be running for all too much longer, to be honest with you. I would guess that these beans are going to start getting pretty tough right as the sun sets down. So yeah, I mean, probably we'll fill that wagon up, and then probably by that time we'll probably call it. We'll finish the field up tomorrow, and then we'll move. Should definitely be able to finish this field up tomorrow, because we don't have to take so much time moving equipment and getting headlands off and stuff. Those are always slow processes, but we pretty much just come in here tomorrow, start going, and then we move right over the road pretty much right there and hop into that next field. So I'm not sure. I don't know if we'll be done tomorrow with beans or not, but probably tomorrow morning we're going to start drilling. I'm thinking it's probably going to be the play. So we'll get up nice and early, get out here with the new tractor, start drilling some winter crop. So I'm still not 100% on what we're going to do yet, wheat or rye. Obviously, if we start introducing new crop into the rotation, then you kind of need more bin space, to store it. I mean, we do have 2 free bins, right? So, because by that time we'll have a free bin with the corn bin that we could put crop into. And we'll have our beans sold off already by the time that we need to harvest that winter crop. So we'll have 2 open bins where we could do, if we do wheat and rye. But I'm not sure, because we're going to hopefully purchase another field, so then we'll have to figure out what that's going to go into, which will mean it'll likely be corn or beans, because we're going to have to plant it in the spring. We kind of got to figure that out. We need to start kind of thinking ahead of maybe what field we actually want to buy. Because that's going to be a big decision. Because then we got to kind of figure out our crop rotation with that as well. So the big thinking behind rye is that we could double crop it. That's kind of the big thought there. So we'll have to see if we can actually think that we can get away with double cropping, because it's a lot of extra work. You really got to be on top of it, getting those beans in right away to double crop. And that also means that we're risking late harvest, or late fall harvest. Slow down a bit here. I feel like we're getting a little too close up on the tail of the old deer. I don't know why our row spacing is off so much too. I feel like I'm not taking up a whole row, but anywho, yeah, as you guys can see, it's kind of getting dark here, so this will probably be our final check-in from this field here, at least today. And I'll probably catch you guys here come tomorrow. Alrighty guys, so we are just emptying now. We are in October 2. We've been going at it here for about a half hour. Got out here right at about noon. Really not much left to do. We're kind of knocking it out real quick here. We both dumped about half loads on the trailer, just so we could finish the rest of the field. Wouldn't have to stop and dump. You know how it goes. Like Bobby cut around the wood pile here. We'll get that. We'll get those logs cleared at some point here. Probably this winter. We'll try and do that. Come out here to clear those off. And just chisel all that part in, because that's pretty unnecessary to have there. Should be able to knock out that next field, no problem. And then we are on to drilling beans. Honestly, might have run just one combine in this next field. And we might have either myself or Bobby go and start drilling some beans, because... Or not beans, we're not drilling beans, we're harvesting beans, but we need to start drilling our grain crops, our winter grain crops. I feel like one combine could knock that field out today with no problem. Or we could just really knock it out with two and try and start drilling a bit tonight. Because I'm a bit worried that we're not going to have enough time, because we have to get it done this month if we're going to double crop them next month, or next year. So, yeah, bit worried about that one. But we'll just have to see. And Bobby will take the last pass here, so I will dump and then start working on getting moved over to that field. I think we're just going to road the heads, because literally the field is right there. Right here, where my mouse is. I think you can see my mouse on camera. I'm not sure though. So yeah, we'll start working on getting that done, and I'll catch you guys over there in the new field. Well, and what do you know? I'm coming around the headland here. Bobby starts in, and not, 5 minutes later, calls and says he has some issues. So, coming up here to check out his issues, thinking it's rocks. Hopefully not anything's too damaged. But with the amount of rocks in this field that I've been seeing already, I'm not too hopeful. Oh yeah, look at these rocks laying here. I bet you we got some broken knives. Yeah, Looking like we got some broken knives, and we, by the sounds of it, there was a big old thud, so I'm thinking that we got a rock inside the feeder house there. So that could be a big issue, but we'll take a look a little bit more. I'll report back to you guys here shortly. So yeah, it's definitely the feeder house that we're having issues with. Can't even start the head up, or the feeder house itself, or without it, yeah, making a massive sound. It just tried to start it real quick, and it just made a terrible sound. So we're gonna have Bobby. Well, we're gonna have Bobby take this back, and have him start drilling. But he said he wasn't really feeling comfortable yet drilling beans. So he asked Bill if he wanted to give that a go, and I mean, Bill's was running tractors for years and years, so Bill said he had no problem doing that. He can get it done, so he's going to run the drill. So I guess if we're trying to look at the bright side here, at least that's a positive. We're not going to have to worry about getting these beans in, because he should be able to get that planted by the end of the day. He'll probably be going into the night. We might even take over for him later and get it done ourselves, but yeah, so we're going to be running just one combine here, and we'll finish up this field, and we'll get all that kind of stuff sorted out, and then we'll catch up with you guys here in a bit. Alrighty, so we are now starting our up-downs here. It's cutting at a slight angle here on from where we planted. We planted north-south. Putting them on a slight angle is usually how you plant your beans. And we're going to be doing our lands passes. Ooh, what is that? Lag. That was weird. Really weird lag that I've never really had before, so yeah, so we're starting on this. Bill is actually going already in the field there. Pretty much, Bobby rode over there with him to the field. They picked up the pickup and the head. They took the head and the header trailer back to the farm along with the combine, and then Bobby drove the pickup back here with the wagon or the header trailer, and now Bobby is on his way back up to the farm to dump our loaded wagons there into the bin. So everything's going good. No, we're not going to have any issues getting anything done today. Should be able to get this field harvested, barring any more issues, which fingers crossed won't happen. Already got one combine down, we don't need another one down. And then, yeah, we'll take over for Bill later on tonight, so he's not going super long drilling beans. Plus, we kind of want to give that tractor a go here this evening even, so just turn around here and we'll take the rest of this out instead of coming back this way, wasting fuel for doing that at that point. Weeds in here. I swear we sprayed this off, didn't we? Maybe we didn't. I really think we did. We spray it, or did we run the cultivator through it? Because if the cultivator was ran through it, it makes sense as to why maybe there is weeds in here, but kind of surprised. It's always harder to do this without your GPS, because then you're just kind of guessing on these rows coming back. You just try to do as good as you can, I guess. Trying to judge the same angle. I mean, we're still running 120 bushel beans in here, even with weeds, so that is really something. And rocks. We got rocks in here. These rocks are still in here, so we're gonna have to come back out here and figure that out. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we're gonna have to just, yeah, I don't know. Come out here, pick them up by hand or something, who knows. We gotta get the rock situation figured out in this field. I'll keep at her. And catch you guys here just in a bit. Alrighty, so we're coming up about 5 o'clock now, and we're nearly finished. Should be off the field and all that good stuff by 5. So we'll get the combine home, get the wagons back, and get the head back, all that stuff, and then we'll probably take over for Bill over there in the field drilling. And that's going to be the rest of our evening. But this is where we're going to leave the video. We'll catch you guys here in the next video, probably October 3, going into the start of corn harvest. And yeah, that's gonna be it for us here. So if you are still here and haven't liked the video, please do. If you are not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button so you can catch up on all the other content and be up to date on anything new posted. Thank you to the YouTube channel members. Huge thank you to the 2 guys that subscribe or that gifted. You know who you are, and yeah, it's awesome to see the community growing, and it's a huge help to me in the channel. So, thank you guys, and I'll catch you next video.